Hi everyone, welcome to another session. My name is Nilesh. You are watching world's number one crash course to be a cloud expert in hours. Today we will cover Azure Storage concepts. Azure Storage is one of the oldest and widely used Microsoft Azure cloud service. So let's get started. What is Azure Storage? Azure Storage is a Microsoft managed service providing cloud storage that is highly available, secure, durable, scalable, and redundant. So Azure Storage also consists of Azure Blobs, Azure Data Lake Storage, Azure Files, Azure Queues, and Azure Tables. So we need to look at it in a detailed way. What is these all services means? So in the screen, in the right hand side, if you see, you can see an account is depicted in the picture, right? So when you start using an Azure Storage, you basically get an account. In that account, you can have either blobs or files or queues or tables, whichever is in your solution required, right? You can start using it. So Azure Blob is nothing but a massively scalable object store for text and binary data. Azure File is a same like we have managed file shares, right? So either it can be used in cloud or on-premise deployments. Azure Queues is a messaging store or a broker that can be used for a reliable messaging between application components. So there is one more queue called Service Bus Queue. We will talk about it later. Today we are talking about the Azure Storage Queue. Okay. Now Azure Tables. Azure Table is a NoSQL store for schema storage for structured data. But this has been moved to now Cosmos DB. Cosmos DB is another NoSQL database, a multimodal database. So as we have used in the past heavily this Azure table, I just depicted because it may be helpful to understand that how the evolution of cloud happens in Microsoft, right? So each account can contain a container and blob. Container and blob is related to Azure blobs. Azure table, when you talk about, you will have a storage account, you will have a table, and you will have entity stored in that. And when you talk about Azure queues, you will have a queue created and messages will be stored in queue. Now, when you talk about Azure files, what you will have is you will have a share and we will have directories and files. That is a high level overview. Now, what are the different types of storage account? Mainly there are two: general purpose storage accounts as well as blob storage accounts. General purpose storage accounts further divided into two categories: standard storage and premium storage. So the difference between standard storage and premium storage lies in there how the data is stored behind the scene. Okay, so standard storage use magnetic media to store the data. In the premium storage, what happens is it uses SSD to store the data. That is the main difference. Okay. Now, blob storage accounts are later they introduced, Microsoft introduced saying that these are the specialized storage account used for block blobs and append blobs. So I am not going to talk about block blob, what is block blob and append blobs, what is page blob, and in this video we will have a separate video coming out soon for only for Azure blob. Today we are just talking about Azure storage account, what are the features available in that, what are the different types, and what are the features, what are the replication mechanism, what are the encryption mechanism available at account level. Okay. Now, how do you access a blob or file and queue that is created in your storage account? There are multiple ways. One way is there are authentication keys available, primary and secondary keys are available. You can use either that to connect to your storage account, or you can have Azure AD, Azure Active Directory to connect, or you can have shared access signature or the SAS tokens to connect. So Azure AD we will have separate videos, SAS token we will have separate videos. But still I will just give what is SAS token is nothing but is fine-grained security mechanism provided for Azure resources to connect instead of sharing their connection strings. Okay. So this SAS, the tokens will expire. You can set the expiration time. So a client can access your resource for a particular 30 minutes example, and after that it automatically expires, so they won't be able to again connect it. Now, what are the encryption mechanism available in storage account? There are two basic kinds of encryption is available. Once you select an option while you are creating your storage account, your data will be stored in an encrypted mode. So you don't need to do anything. The data will be encrypted. Somebody, if access directly, they won't get the data. But if they provided the actual connection strings or actual keys or SS token, they will be able to retrieve the data in a decrypted way. But if somebody directly try to see the data, they won't be able to get it. Now, client-side encryption. Client-side encryption is storage accounts or Microsoft Azure provides multiple client libraries that you can use that, and before sending into the storage account, you can encrypt and send it over wire, right? And you need to decrypt yourself while fetching back. That is the difference in that two-mode encryption. Now, replication. The replication is one of the important important point, right, in Azure or in any cloud technologies. The reason because you need to make sure that your data is durable and available at all point of time. So normally traditionally also people replicate the data and make it the servers available, right? The same way this is your data storage account data will be available based on the plan you choose. Azure provides there are like LRS, locally redundant storage, or zone redundant storage, or a geo redundant storage, or read access geo redundant storage options. So basically what it means is the data is replicated into multiple data centers or multiple regions or multiple zones based on the plan you choose. We were using in our projects read access geo redundant storage, but then you may choose, and this is one of the best way to use it because your data is always available. But you may choose, then why other things are important because if you go to China or if you go to Canada, the data can't sit in another country. That country's data can't be sit in another country. So you can't choose a read access storage and choose a different region, something like Europe for Canada, right? Now, these are the points when you compare your replication strategies. So you just need to look at it. What's your solution need? If you choose LRS, node availability within a data center is yes, but an entire data center because unavailable, it won't be available. But SerRS still support, GRS still support, RAGRS still support. But if you see, the RAGRS supports more options than any other plans you have available, right? Now, how do you create a storage account? You just need to understand how do you create it. What you need to do is log into Azure portal, portal.azure.com. Then click on create resource as I marked here. Then click on the storage account, right? Once you click that, what you get is you get a screen something like this. Just you need to give the resource group name. You need to give the resource account name. Remaining default settings, you don't need to change the initial time. But once you understand how storage accounts created, under that how do you create a blob or a table, then you can experiment with the other values. But this will help you to get started for a storage account. In the next video, we will cover Azure Blobs, one of the feature in the Azure storage account, right? We will start or we will release a new video, and that will help you to start saving your data in one of the storage, right? Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.